Who looks dashing?
You look dashing.
His birthday bash part 2.
Why? Thank you, Philip. I really appreciate that.
The DWP.
Oh, fuck off.
I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with the birthday guy, Phillip Archer. Hello.
Hi. Right.
Hello,
Okay.
David Aston.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Matt Rose.
Hello to the Queenie, known as Phillip.
I'm not
Hello.
a fucking queen. I'm
Hello,
dead.
Connor.
Hello.
Hello.
So this is Philip's birthday bash part 2.
Oh God, where's my candle? I want to blow something.
Someone in this house is playing Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
Relax and do it when you want to.
How you doing, David?
I'm fine. After you pissed me off the other day.
Oh,
But it's all under the bridge now.
Me?
you will be if he's talking like that.
I was probably in a bad mood anyway. So don't
I
worry.
had to work. I'm sorry.
Work? I don't want to do that stuff, man.
Dude, I had no choice. I gotta pay for these things, no?
You've got to find money for coffee somewhere.
Yes, exactly. And I go through a lot of coffee, that's for sure.
Oh Lord.
It's very expensive. I've been working a lot of hours to pay for this new book, and it's thousands of dollars, and it's
Holy shit.
I need to work to pay for it. So
And Phillip works the streets at night.
I don't work no streets, man. That's your job, right?
Hey.
Oi!
Oi! No.
I
So
think any job is. A lot of people look down on people who do cleaning jobs and toilet cleaning or whatever. But if they didn't have people to do it, they'd be in the shit. Literally.
that's right.
He made it funny.
That's right.
Yeah, that'd be the shit.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. So I have a question, David.
Yeah.
When are you bringing back Doctor Who radio show? Come on. People miss that shit.
Do they?
They do. They fucking miss that shit, man.
I've just literally read something a few minutes before you contacted me. They're thinking of replacing Wonder Woman in this thing called DC
Timeline?
5G or whatever the hell it is.
Oh, yeah, we were just talking about DC Timeline. They're going to have a new timeline they're going to try to make everything old and new and everything. And Wonder Woman's supposed to be the first hero or something like that. I don't know.
Bob Iger has his doorstop autobiography out where he basically proves that Disney screwed George Lucas.
I know. And I heard
That's right, is it?
I heard that they're going to have a lot of people pissed off with that new Star Wars movie. A lot.
If I swear to God, I'm not making this up. I went to buy some food, including this low-fat, lovely Greek yogurt
Right.
from Morrison's across the road, and there's a fucking Rose toy still there, and I'm not joking. As this year, there were still toys, Star Wars toys from Force Awakens and stuff.
Yeah.
That have been there for 2 years. Nobody.
Wow, 2 years,
Nobody
man.
wants them, man. Nobody wants them. But they're going to piss everybody off with this new movie. That's what I heard. And they're going to lose a whole big bunch of fans for Star Wars, that's for sure.
Well, they already did that with The Last Jedi.
Well, this is even worse, actually.
It's worse.
If this is true.
We could be a certain someone who's turned out to be a naughty boy.
Yes, Phillip is Palpatine. Spoilers.
Oh, Palpatine.
So.
Well, but apparently, apparently, sorry, Philip. Apparently, there's this section where he's discussing how they went to George Lucas, and they personally had a contract written up that they didn't have to. Disney didn't have to actually accept any of his ideas.
Yeah.
And one of them was that Palpatine. His original idea was actually to have Palpatine back.
Yeah.
Some way, and they chucked it out. And soon as it all goes fucked up because they spend more time focusing on being woked up,
yeah,
they go scrambling. They do the same thing, but in a bad way that Stephen King's wife did with Carrick saving the manuscript. Yeah.
So now
Oh
we're gonna
shit, we fucked it up. We've got to go to the bin and get that thing that George Lucas gave us that we tossed away and,
see
gave
now
to
by
the
bringing
pet
back
rabbit.
the Emperor, like that makes Anakin look like shit, like Darth
Yeah.
Vader, because he didn't bring balance to the Force. I guess if he didn't kill the Emperor, right?
It makes Darth Vader's and Luke Skywalker's sacrifice as son and father completely meaningless.
Right.
Now, I think it would be a good idea. I think it does make sense that he's a Machiavellian person who's been manipulated.
Well, that's why we need to have a woman that's superior to show us how it's done.
Oh,
Take
God,
out
no.
the Emperor.
I
we're
can,
SJWs,
I
that's
can
right.
understand this powder team has been manipulating everything in a way we never saw behind the scenes, because that's the one thing powder team, remember, did not want to adhere to the Darth Vader rule of two.
Yeah.
He wanted to do with that. He didn't want Darth Vader to literally get rid of the old guard. That's essentially what it is. So but the problem is, it looks desperate. Even if it is a fantastic script, it's going to be tainted.
Yeah, obviously Rey is going to be the one to defeat the Emperor like no other man was able to, and that's probably going to piss off a lot of people.
This time I will be watching Rise of Skywalker, not on drugs and alcohol to the point that I'm so stoned out. I'm literally doing lightsaber fighting in the aisles, getting told off by people to shut the fuck up, will you? That's what someone in the cinema said. Will you shut the fuck up? Because I was enjoying myself so much.
Phillip, are you going to see Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I am. Without a doubt.
Matt,
Without
you
a doubt. If what I've read is how it is, then it's going to be a better one than what we had last time. Hopefully.
Connor, are you interested in a Star Wars movie? Not really.
I am, yeah, but I'm not like jumping up and down about it.
Yeah, don't go in with high expectations after the last one. Just go and enjoy it.
There's about 10 other things still to come out this year that I'm looking forward to ahead of Star Wars.
Right.
That's a good point. Good point. Yeah.
What are you looking forward to next?
So next would be in immediate release. It would be The Lighthouse with Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe.
Okay.
Then it's probably The Irishman.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
And then Jojo Rabbit's before The Irishman, so it'd be Jojo Rabbit, and then it'd be The Irishman.
Right.
Ford versus Ferrari. I'm looking.
That looks so good, doesn't it?
Knives Out. Ryan Johnson's new film.
Joe Pesci's making a return. He's hardly done any films in the last several decades, really. He's sort of semi-retired, and even he's coming out for it.
Yeah.
It's like a sort of Goodfellas reunion, essentially. But I think the truth is, though, it's going to be about, you know how Red Redemption was about the twilight, fading years of the Wild West. I think The Irishman is probably more or less about that, and also, there seems to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was a homage to a Hollywood that is, thanks to Me Too and other bullshit. Well, not really, just that and Me Too, but it's been dead for years, really. When Hollywood was really Hollywood and stars had a magic and mystery about them, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. So
another movie I'm also looking forward to is 1917.
Oh, yeah. Is that the one with... who's that person that you said the other week?
Benedict Cumberbatch is in it.
Yeah.
Andrew Scott's in it. Richard Madden's in it.
That's it.
Quite a good cast. Mark Strong's in it.
Oh, wow. He's a good actor.
1917.
They were both in Seahorse. They were both, what was it? There's a film where both Benedict Cumberbatch and somebody else were playing First World War soldiers, and they were being wiped out by the Germans because they were still using the charge of the light brigade type mentality, but they had machine guns gunning them down.
Yeah.
I think that was, I can't remember what film it was, but jeez, bugger, Oh, you go on, dude. You go on, Connor.
Have you seen the Joker yet? Yeah.
Not yet.
My God.
I know. I'm gonna see it when I have a moment. I know.
I was meant to go today, but obviously I've been waiting in for posts, and I don't know if I can do it.
I'm gonna try to get to it this weekend.
Yeah, I might
You've been
leave it
waiting for a postman.
Yeah, you know what it is. Even when I'm off, sometimes they call me in, and I usually don't say no because I'm trying to make all this money for this book and everything. So.
So you've been working basically to raise money for a book launch or something?
Well, yeah, besides paying like the bills, I've been trying to put money away for the book, to get it done. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I can get this. It's not cheap, these things never are cheap. So I'm trying my best, but we'll see what happens.
It's business, Joe. You have to speculate to accumulate, yeah?
My body gets tired after a while, so
yeah.
I can't.
You could probably do with some super soldier serum or something.
Right. I need sleep.
Not with those breasts.
He's staring at him, man. It's like
not again.
Unbelievable. Like he's stopped with the tongue.
Do you want to feel them?
Licking his chops. Jesus.
Look, it's my birthday. I deserve.
It's
some
your
sort
birthday.
of,
There you go. There's your birthday, right? Yeah.
Oh my God.
There's something I wanted to ask, Joe. I was in a newsagents the other day looking at the comics section.
Oh, yeah.
And there's this. I was a little bit confused because the Spider-Man comic had, I think it was like the fight, the identity of Peter Parker is at risk, and I thought, well, hang on, this looks a bit out of date.
Well, you know what it is? They're fighting Carnage now, and for whatever reason, I guess Carnage's memory was wiped of Peter Parker. But now that they're having the Venom and the Carnage, I think that he found out again who he is.
It can't be Dr. Ock as Spider-Man because that was ages
Doc
ago.
Ock is now restored 100% thanks to making a deal with Mephisto.
Oh, I see.
So now he is Doc Ock again, and his body's restored, and he's 100% healthy. And he has the arms. He's not no memories of Peter Parker, no spider powers, no nothing. So that's going to be a big problem for Peter Parker somewhere down the road.
Doc Ock has a foot fetish, but unfortunately for him, he doesn't have any. He's only got.
And then we were just discussing the identity of Kindred, who is the big bad for the past 2 years, the Spider-Man book, the villain Kindred, which I believe is Harry Osborn.
Wow.
He was in hell for years, and he pulled Mysterio out of hell.
He was in hell. What was he doing in hell?
He was a demon in hell.
Oh, he died.
But it was rumored that Harry Osborn's been dead all this time, and the Harry that's in the comics now is a clone.
That's what you get for sleeping with May Parker.
Oh, Doc Ock, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was weird.
Fair price. But there's another thing. I thought it. I'll be honest. I thought at first it was a surprise Avengers film. It's this thing where
there is an Avengers film. 5.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's in it.
No. Well, it's the Avengers virtual reality thing where you.
Oh yeah, but there is an Avengers film that Spider-Man's going to be in. There's going to be somebody that they fight, or something that's going to happen that Doctor Strange is going to have to explain. What I think is happening is that they said Tom Holland is playing 2 different Spider-Men.
Oh,
and the theory is that when Thanos left to battle the Avengers in Endgame, that universe of the Marvel Universe is exactly the same to ours, with the big difference that Infinity War and Endgame never happened. And of course, the Guardians of the Galaxy, I guess, never formed. But so in other words, the Spider-Man that's in there, everything happened like Civil War, Underoos, all that, but they never died. There was never a snap. There was never a battle with Thanos. So he might be playing that Spider-Man, but like 5 years later.
All the plot holes of how surprise, surprise, 5 years later, they all just happen to be the same age. And
Right.
lots of awkward situations where, people who died or wives or their husbands they wanted to get rid of being killed by the snap have come back,
Right.
or people having affairs or whatever,
Right.
or being married or,
Yeah, and in that universe, he never got blipped, so he was 5 years longer Spider-Man than the Tom Holland we see now. So that's a different universe that they're probably going to introduce in Doctor Strange, and we're going to see that.
I love being on this show. It's fucking awesome talking to
I
people.
know. And
I
King
really
the Conqueror.
appreciate it, Joe. I really
no problem,
appreciate it.
dude. No problem, dude. And Kang the Conqueror is rumored to be the next Avengers villain, so that's gonna be. And Fantastic Four they're making too, so that's gonna be great too.
Well, Spider-Man's back with the MCU.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, but he's
Is
gonna
it
go away.
me, or was that just one? Is it me, or does it seem like it was one big, very clever media stunt?
No, it did happen, and Tom Holland is responsible for trying to broker the peace between Disney and Sony. But the technicality is that he is back with the MCU, but only for 2 movies. It's for the Spider-Man movie and his appearance in Avengers, and at the end of it, the Spider-Man we see in Sony universe is a different Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I suppose that makes. Well, from his point of view, that would be rather fun because he can essentially play the same character but give it different tweaks.
Right, he could be 5 years older. He could be established as Spider-Man. He could be in New York without the Avengers.
Holy shit!
It'd be interesting.
In theory, it could be the same universe, almost, but a few years later. Like
right, it will be everybody's in the universe, like Aunt May and all that. But Infinity War and Endgame didn't happen. There was no snap. So, it's just, we get caught up with that universe, and he's been Spider-Man for years, whatever.
You know what I think they should do? I think they should have some sort of scene, or they should have Tobey Maguire and Garfield as alternative reality Spider-Man.
Yeah, I might do that.
That would be such a lovely, even if it's a
Spider-Verse live action.
Even if it's like Holland's Spider-Man being saved by the 2 of them out of the blue, and then they, sort of spin off somewhere else.
I think they are talking about that now. They do want to have a Spider-Verse live action because Tom Holland is going to be with Sony after that whole thing.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, Tobey Maguire still looks pretty good for his age now, doesn't he?
He does actually, but he has a bad back though.
I haven't seen him of late. What's he look? Is he looking all right? I'm not seeing what he looks like.
He was cursing somebody out when they cut him off in his car. He's like, it was all over TMZ.
Well, you saw Andrew Garfield the other day, didn't you, Philip?
Yeah, he's looking a bit rank, but okay.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a bit like.
Well, it's because it was a Jordan Gay show, which he didn't quite, which he was watching.
Okay. So we have some stuff going on in the comics. We have Captain Marvel losing her shit, becoming evil, and killing Avengers. That is bad timing, I guess, because Captain Marvel 2 didn't come out yet, but she's going to be evil, killing everybody. That's interesting. We have they're rebooting Thor in the comics. There's a new writer taking over for Thor, and Thor. They're gonna have a new look for Thor and the Asgardians.
They're rebooting the Star Wars comics to be set between 5 and 6, I think.
Yeah, I really think people are gonna lose their shit when they find out that Rey defeats the Emperor easily, and everybody's like, "What about Darth Vader? What about They're gonna ruin everything when they do that stuff with them." Oh, you know what I'd like to talk about?
You're gone.
Somehow, Quentin Tarantino wants the Star Trek movie to be about Khan, but he wants to say in his movie that Benedict Cumberbatch was like a bitch, like trying to make it out like he was Khan. He wasn't really Khan, and he wants to do like some type of shit where either they CGI Ricardo Montalban or some shit, or time travel thing, because he doesn't like it that J.J. Abrams effed up Khan.
Khan.
So he wants to fix that shit.
And make it a proper Khan that of
right. They may even get Benedict Cumberbatch in to say he's not really fucking Khan because he's jealous of him or some shit.
Yeah, it could easily be play one of Khan's super soldier and
like he was jealous of him and he tried to make it like and it wasn't really him. Like he put him in a pod or some shit. Yeah.
Cumberbatch could have been really good, but his script he was given was, I think, a little bit beneath his acting skills. Because when someone like Cumberbatch is given a really good script, he can do virtually anything. He's like Patrick Stewart,
Well, that is interesting. You saw the trailer
I was watching this thing about. I was watching something about. What's it called? Nerdaholic.
Okay.
I was watching several videos about Last Jedi and all that sort of thing, and one part was about J.J.
Abrams.
What's that character? Binks. J.J. That character we all know and love. But basically, he described him as a hack, J.J. And he made a good point. All he does is just take existing ideas and just milk them and put his own spin. And he did essentially what he did with Star Trek, with Star Wars,
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is everybody's worried now because he might be taking over Superman, J.J. Abrams. So they're worried what is he going to do with that,
Why don't they just get someone who's actually going to treat it like a film and not their own ego massaging exercise?
I know.
Because it's quite obvious that Ryan... I think I'm right in saying this. It's now official. JJ admitted it virtually, that Ryan Johnson purposely didn't follow through on all the plot threads that JJ left in Force Awakens.
And he didn't like Empire.
Out of some almighty dick measuring contest, essentially, wasn't it?
And I heard he didn't like Empire Strikes Back. Ryan Johnson, which is like, what? Yeah.
What did you see, Joe? That Dennis Lawson's been apparently talked about coming back.
What's that, Matt?
Did you hear that Dennis Lawson's been talked about coming back?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, for, okay. Is it for Skywalker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for ages he said he'd never reprised the role, and suddenly out the blue it's saying he's been confirmed for it.
Wow.
Oh, it's cold. I'm going to shut my window.
So they're trying to bring everyone in for this farewell, it seems.
Yeah, I heard that Kylo Ren, they throw him into the abyss or some shit in the movie.
Yeah, I think so much that he dies, but Rey has to defeat the Emperor.
I heard that. That's going to be terrible. I don't want Rey to defeat the Emperor. In fact, if she defeats the Emperor, I want them to just do like a weird thing where she's evil at the end, like years later, be like, oh shit!
But the thing that got me, the latest one says it's not on her own. It's with the ghosts are coming to help her. It's like, how can she not?
Insane.
That's the weirdest one at the minute. It just seems like they're doing anything at the minute. Right.
I know they're breaking canon. That ghosts all of a sudden have powers over the living.
Yeah, like Yoda having lightning. I didn't even know that was possible.
I didn't know that was possible either. Like he could just. But if that's the case, why don't they get involved then? And stop, Snoke and all that. That doesn't make any sense. So
yeah,
I thought Jedi's couldn't use lightning.
I know, but no. See, Yoda, I guess. Could have, because remember, Dooku shot the thing at him, and he shot it back, right? It was he shot the thing back.
Doing it to prove a point to Luke. That's why he did it, but he never really used it himself.
Right.
Well, in the comics, I think in the comics, I've seen it on Star Wars Theory. He does point out that Yoda was at one point given into the dark side, and he was a warrior at one point. And bear in mind, he's 900 years old. He's literally as old as the Rule of Two has been around, which I find is a rather curious coincidence. Yeah?
Because maybe he would appear in the back in that history. When he first started out.
Yoda, of course.
Imagine that. But you know what else? Battlestar Galactica's coming back too.
Yeah.
The streaming service.
And so Stargate.
Stargate. Yeah, but Battlestar Galactica is actually a continuation from the
original thing, innit? Not from the
Oh, it's not from the new one. I thought it was from the new one.
No, I could have sworn it's from the original, not the new one, because
I thought it was a new one.
Yeah.
I thought.
oh, well, maybe you're right. I don't know. I'll have to find it out proper.
Yeah, but also the Last Starfighter is coming back in the theaters with a sequel, I believe. Remember the Last Starfighter, or you don't remember that?
I've heard of the Last Starfighter, but still haven't seen it.
Yeah, everything's old is new again. Everything's coming back, with the exception of Friday the 13th because of that lawsuit. But they keep bringing all these. Oh, and I heard that the new Chucky sucked. Did you see the new?
I watched it. It wasn't as bad, but it wasn't good. The only saving grace was Mark Hamill.
Yeah, which I can't wait for Crisis. That's going to be good. Crisis: The Infinite Earths, whatever.
Yeah, well, he's being speculated for it at the minute, Hamill.
Yeah.
But Phillip thinks there's too many people in the broom closet.
There's a lot of people in that.
There's too many. I don't know how they're going to make the story flow when they've got so much going on.
It's got to go out with a bang because Arrow is going to be done. And although Stephen Amell said that after 2 years he might want to come back, so
yeah, but then that might kill off that they're killing him. So the only way he can come back is either a clone or flashbacks. There's no way.
I think they're just going to put him in another universe. I think that's how they're going to do it. Like he's just going to be in another universe and he survived. But like Oliver Queen,
Arrow was always so damn good. It really was. As soon as it went past the bit where he was stabbed and killed at the end of season 3. Oh shit! Spoilers. Sorry, Matt. After that point, it just went downhill, and Batwoman apparently isn't getting a second season.
Is it getting a second season already?
No, I don't think it is. Apparently, according, it's had a drop by 12% on Rotten Tomatoes. But let's be honest, Rotten Tomatoes isn't. It's a.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to tell until they get a couple episodes out.
Yeah, they're already betting on the future of Batwoman. The people at CW, they want to integrate Bruce Wayne more a couple of seasons down the line, so they're trying to bet money on it. They're trying to make this the replacement for Arrow. That's why they're doing it. But
I don't know if she can handle that. I don't know if she's going to be. Well, actually, they're doing an Arrow spinoff, the Canary.
Yes, the future. Yes, and they're doing the future one.
Right. So
Arrow Cat. It's the adventures of Arrow's little kitten.
Yes, the thing is, with Crisis, though, I think they're trying to get you to watch all this content, like the 60s Batman with Burt Ward, Batman the Animated Series. I think that's why they're all doing it, to connect the world to people who have not seen it.
Matt, you have failed the city.
You don't have to tell him that. He already knows.
Excuse me, Phillip. You've failed more times as a hooker than I have.
Oh, my God. And Philip wants me to fail with Doctor Who. I know that.
And he wants to fail.
You have failed Doctor Who.
Yeah, Dave, you heard that? He wants me to be wrong about Doctor Who because he wants my channel to cripple itself.
And he wants to feel your magnificent bosoms, he told me.
Yeah.
No, they're not that magnificent. They're just feelable. That's all. But there you go. Right.
I feel violated. I'm having a birthday cast for you, and I feel violated. I don't swing that way, Philip. I know you do.
I wanted a cake. Where's my flipping cake? There's no cake to blow. So, you know.
How can I make a cake and do a podcast host at the same time? Impossible.
Martha Stewart could.
Wow.
Oh, don't let me feel guilty.
All right. So we're gonna have to end this birthday cast because I have to go out into the world.
Oh no!
I know, man. There's stuff going on. I know, but I'll be back later on today. So it's been fun, Philip. Happy birthday again.
Thank you very much, people.
Matt Rose, thank you.
No worries.
Thank you, David.
You're
Take
welcome.
care. Bye for now.
Thank you, Matt.
It's been a blast. Right. Okay.
All right. Take care. Bye for now.